On a journey with God to San Diego in 2017, Rico explored every coastal city from Long Beach to La Jolla, San Diego, California, eating at multiple Denny's restaurants among other private-owned restaurants, which is for another testimony. The wilderness was the experience at the time. That included beach travel and California's open highways. One particular day, a sunny but beautiful day, Rico stumbled upon a government base that only seemed like open land for acres far as the eyes could see, but there was a faint-looking structure he could barely recognize. Wondering if there was a restaurant located there, Rico attempted to make his way upon the base. Upon reaching a metal fence that stretches for miles, a truck appears speeding towards the gate where Rico was approaching. Two men pulled up in the truck, getting out of the truck with machine guns, instructing Rico to retreat and go back. Upon observation, Rico knew now that he embarked on a government base, the men giving the impression of being veterans, but Rico decided to ask about any restaurants that maybe they would let him access on the base. Once again, the unknown gatekeepers of the base repeated his instructions, this time more sternly, meaning business. Rico turns around and within a day or two, stumbling upon a Navy base somewhere near San Diego. He didn't intentionally go there, but unbeknownst to him, God was leading him there for a reason. At first, Rico was exploring a neighborhood, and then he started to notice more and more that it wasn't no ordinary neighborhood. In fact, Rico started to discover that this was indeed some type of organized community. As Rico continued down the street, there was a gate with a guard post that ended the road. As Rico continued to go beyond the gate, passing the guard who starts to engage him, Rico continues at a steady pace. The Navy guard, or whomever he was, insisted that he couldn't continue and urges him to stop. As Rico took another few steps, Rico felt the presence of God that told him to turn around. Listening to God, Rico does a 360 and observes the young male guard who had an uneasy, nervous expression on his face. Rico could tell that this officer knew that maybe he would have to enforce security barriers, but didn't desire to. Rico begins to walk back past the guard and exits the base without incident. As Rico continued walking, he wondered if he would be stopped and questioned, but that never happened. Although he knows that he was at some point identified, Rico still waits for the completeness of revelations from God about this event. However, one thing God consistently shows Rico is that God is his protector at all times, and that God would never lead him somewhere just to abandon him. To this day, Rico knows that event was beyond his entire imagination of ever doing, but knows that God is higher than our imagination.